From Hollywood, time once again for Money TV. I'm Don Baillargeon. Thanks for joining us. Money TV is the program all about money and what makes it happen. Very busy show this week. We're going to get right to it. Our first guest is joining us on the phone, Mr. Jeff Coyen. He is the president of 360 Blockchain Incorporated, stock symbol is BKLLF. Jeff, welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me.
Well, we're very pleased to have you on the program. We're initiating coverage of the company. Why don't you tell us what the company does, Jeff?
We invest exclusively in blockchain-oriented technology, and I won't go into too much detail. We can talk later about it. But blockchain is the defining technology of the next decade. It's essentially what the internet was to the 90s, and we look for early-stage opportunities where we can make a majority investment to develop and exploit these new technologies in the coming years.
You know, you hit the nail right on the head, Jeff, when you said it's the internet of what the internet was in the 90s, and this is really what's going on now in the 21st century with blockchain, isn't it not?
It absolutely is. It's a very exciting time, and it comes with all the chaos and the uncertainty that the 90s had, and there's a lot of exuberance. And, you know, just like in mid-90s to late 90s, there were fortunes made, fortunes lost, but 10 years later, we ended up with household names that really define how we live today, and we believe that that's exactly where we are right now with blockchain.
Well, Jeff, I'm telling you, we're really looking forward to the series of interviews with you. We're going to have a long interview with you in next week's program. Again, 360 Blockchain Incorporated, BKLLF. We're initiating coverage. Very pleased to be part of the program with you, Jeff. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks. We'll talk more next week. Appreciate it.
Joining us now direct from Youngstown, Ohio is Mr. William Hartman. He's the CEO of a company called Premier Biomedical Incorporated. Their stock symbol is BIEI. Bill, welcome back to the program.
Thank you very much, Don. It's a pleasure to be on your show. We've certainly heard a lot about you and your viewers, so we're anxious to get started.
Well, thank you. Those are very kind words. Now, Premier Biomedical describes itself as a company developing medical treatments for a wide range of diseases in humans. Can you give us a general overview, please?
How we differ from our competitors, Don, is that rather than adding something to the body, adding something with dangerous side effects, all of our technology, our two issued patents, involve the application or the removal of disease-causing elements, cytokines or antigens from the bloodstream and or cerebrospinal fluid.
Some of the diseases the company is focusing on include ALS, MS, Alzheimer's, but you've been really concentrating on cancer. Tell us about your work there.
Well, Don, the principal elements of cancer involve three specific antigens: CTLA4, which is involved in breast cancer, BTLA, and PD1. We have drugs or antibodies against all three cancer antigens, but we focused on CTLA4 breast cancer because that's where we thought the market was really most lucrative and where there's the most need.
Recently, the company has ventured into pain relief products made from premium hemp extracts. Can you tell us about that side of the company?
Don, in the third quarter of 2016, we decided that we had to come up with a revenue-producing product line, and we wanted it to be in a growing field, and we wanted it to be where we could apply our technology and make our products different from the competition. We chose topical hemp oil or CBD products for pain, and we started in February of 2017. We started with one product, a 2x2 patch with 50 milligrams. Most of the competition is 40 milligrams, so we have more CBD at a lower cost. During the 2017, we developed 4 more products, so today we have 5, and we're working on 2 new specialty products focused on the sports industry that are much stronger, and we believe are going to provide a lot more relief, and particularly to remove the dependence on dangerous opioids. Data I've read and seen put the opioid-related deaths at somewhere between 50 and 70,000 a year. And our intent is to develop topical hemp oil products that in fact are alternatives versus dangerous opioid painkillers.
How do your hemp-based products differ from those made with cannabis, for example?
Very good question, Don. Cannabis, just like the difference between Chihuahuas and Great Danes, cannabis or marijuana family maximizes the amount of THC, which is psychoactive. Hemp oil products, on the other hand, our products, minimize THC and or eliminate it completely, and we maximize health-producing or health-oriented CBD. And all of our products have certificates of analysis that, in fact, indicate that we comply with federal law, maximizing THC percentage to 0.3% or less. And most of our products have zero THC, according to our certificates of analysis.
So then your products can be sold in all 50 states.
Don, not only can our products be sold in all 50 states, they're pesticide and solvent-free. Many of our competitors extract CBD from hemp by using butane. Our products use CO2, which is naturally emitted by people breathing, and plants need it to grow. So our products are pesticide and solvent-free and 50-state legal.
Well, Bill, the company has also moved into the anti-aging market, which is extremely lucrative.
Yes, Don, why we think that our anti-aging efforts will succeed where others have failed. And by the way, there are known celebrities who've spent over $1 billion on anti-aging, but what's happened is that they didn't work and they got nothing for their money. Now, why do we think that our process is going to work? It's because by working on our core technology, which involves the removal of antigens and cytokines from the blood, we believe we can eliminate all of the aging-related and known antigens and from the blood, purify the blood, and then put that right back into the human. This is a process that should take only about 30 minutes in a laboratory environment.
Fascinating. Can you tell us where your various products can be purchased?
Today, our hemp oil products can be obtained on our website at www.painreliefmeds.com, and we've secured the distributorship through a number of pharmacies, specifically Okeechobee Discount Pharmacy in Florida, RX Express in Grove City, Pennsylvania, and the biggest one is Health Warehouse located in Kentucky, and these products can be secured directly from them. We intend to specifically and significantly increase our direct distributors we've hired a national sales director, and he's got a team, and we have many special events. Carl Eller, the All-Pro, is also on our staff, and he's the president of the NFL Retired Players Association. But all of our products can be secured from our website.
Once again, Premier Biomedical, BIEI. Bill, why is this a good time right now for people to take a closer look at your company?
Well, Premier Biomedical, we've finally got in motion. We have the products to sell. Now we're going to focus this year on maximizing our distributorships, and we've hired a national sales director. We have a huge event planned in May with Summer Strong in South Carolina. We have new products coming out that are sports-oriented and maximize strength. And we believe that we are in the right market at the right time. I read a recent article where because of the opioid crisis, that the topical pain relief product business could expand to as much as $5 billion in the next 5 to 7 years. We're also working on our offshore distributorships, so we believe that we're positioned to really, really grow and return shall we say, investments to our investors.
Once again, Premier Biomedical Incorporated, BIEI is their stock symbol. Tremendous interview, Bill. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Don.
And joining us in studio now is Riggs Eckelberry. He is the CEO of Origin Clear. OCLN is their stock symbol. Riggs, always a pleasure. I know we're really pressed for time, so what's new?
Well, here's the amazing thing, Don, is that that the Church of Latter-day Saints, the Mormons, have missions all over the world. And do you know who is the only company that meets their spec for drinking water, for cleaning up the water so it's drinkable?
Must be some company I know.
Our subsidiary, Progressive Water Treatment.
That's fantastic.
And we'll be announcing that shortly. You get the scoop, as usual.
Thank you.
And, it's very simple. This is a great team down in Texas. They have extraordinarily good management of the contractors in all those countries who have to install that, and they're the only ones who meet the LDS spec.
Nice. Now you've got a video to show us?
I have a video to show you. Now, first of all, I want to let everyone know that we're about to publish my presentation from that D10E conference that we had about 3 weeks ago. And we also have what we call a bar video, which is a video you play in a bar. It's got captions and so forth, and I think you'll enjoy it.
Well, that was great, Riggs. Tell us, that's a fantastic video. Again, we're so pressed for time. Any last comments?
Look, WaterChain is moving along. I urge everyone to go to waterchain.io to register for updates. Exciting things coming.
Origin Clear, OCLN. Riggs, thanks so much.
It's my pleasure.
Have you heard the news? There's only one flat-fee news distribution network on the market. It's called AccessWire. Any day, anytime, the AccessWire News Network can deliver your press release to more than 1,500 media outlets in 98 countries. Getting started is easy. Visit accesswire.com and extend your company's news reach today.
And joining us in studio now is Mr. Warren Wang. He is the CEO of a company called ChineseInvestors.com Incorporated. Their stock symbol CIIX. Warren, welcome to the show.
Don, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, everyone.
Well, it's great to have you here now. You describe yourself as a company that's a leading financial information website. You provide a number of educational services and financial information, market commentary for Chinese-speaking investors. Tell us a little bit about the company.
Sure. I found the company since 1999. Our main business provide education and information service provider to the Chinese investors, especially in North America. So last 2 years, we changed a lot. We funding a new company doing CBD oil. We moved the headquarters from the US to the China, and we are going to spin off from May 31st this year, and we are going to give us the investor stock dividends. We also set up a division. It's called cryptocurrency education website called New Coins 168. In the Chinese term means, the new coins is an alternative way to make you wealthy, rich, the website. So we provide education, information. We just setting up office in New York City. We're going to expand to California and China.
Well, it's really kind of amazing. You mentioned CBD oil. You were really one of the first Chinese publicly traded companies to get into the cannabis space.
Yes, that's last year. We started a company called CBD Biotechnology in China, headquartered in Shanghai in February. And we are making sales right now. Main sales from the liquid wine and also cosmetics. Cosmetic side is got 2% CBD infused, approved by the Chinese government, SFDA. It's registered with SFDA. It start making selling through the social network. through the online platform like Alibaba's Taobao and Tmall, and we are making good progress this year.
Now, we've seen a wave in the U.S. State after state after state is legalizing cannabis, either recreationally or medically. Do you see that going on in China? And if it did happen in China, what would that mean for the industry?
I see Canada is going to legalize over the nations in July this year. And U.S. still have a lot of controversy, like just the chief guy from the Justice Department, Mr. Sessions, on the January 3rd made the comments, made some scary parts in the industry. In China, I think it's still 10 to 20 years away, but I think we will be the first pioneer over there and start, building from the cosmetic side, and then gradually maybe down the road to the red wine side, and then moving to medicine use next 10, 20 years. We're looking for long term, not in the short term, start booming or et cetera. But we're looking for the 10 to 20 years growth in China.
I always think that Jeff Sessions was just trying to impress his wife. Hey, honey, look what I can do to the industry in one sentence. Now, you mentioned in your introduction that you've also entered the cryptocurrency space. Give us an update on that.
Yeah, after spin-off, I think we have a new CEO in the hemp oil CBD side. So we're going to spin off the company, next 10, 12 to 18 months, maybe bring them to public. It's either in OTC or in Canadian exchange.
Okay.
But I think our main business is provide a Chinese investor education services. So, cryptocurrency become an emerging assets. So we not alone provide U.S. equity, commodity, gold, education service to Chinese investor, but also we're going to provide cryptocurrency. There's a lot of people want to learn what is cryptocurrency about, how they trade, how they put the wallet, how to put the coin to their wallet, how to trade in the coin, what's the ICO, how to analyze the ICO, because totally two different, different, I think, digital assets and the regular assets totally different. So they need a lot of education, also on the tech parts, like where to store my wallets, how to trade it, how to become fiat money, a lot of questions.
Now, recently, some of the products that we talked about on the program, they're now available on Amazon. What can you tell us about that?
Sure. Are you talking about the CBD side?
The CBD oil, right.
Yeah, we have hemp oil. People can go to Amazon.com, type hemp oil. You can find our products there. We are going to rebranding the products maybe next 6 to 12 months. It's to more American mainstream. So it's not just from Chinese hemp oil, from other oil division called Baillargeon. So we want making more sales in Amazon. Currently, we're possibly doing like $5,000 sales a month.
Okay.
We try to expanding the product line in Amazon store, and then we possibly change the brand a little bit, decreasing the price a little bit to making the more sales to the U.S. mainstream for the CBD hemp oil.
It's such an exciting company, but why is this a good time right now for people to take a closer look at you, Warren?
I think first of all, our CBD business growing. I think the revenue for the 2018, 2019, maybe between 1 million to 4 million side. Our CEO told me he's going to do $4 million US revenue. So I think this is I studied a lot of marijuana company. They don't have a lot of revenues, but we have a good revenue stream, cash flow coming. So this is one reason. Second reason, cryptocurrency is more. You can get more advertising dollar from the pop company instead of you compare to a lot of stock company, crowdfunding. Sure. Right now, I think May, the crowdfunding summit changed the name to cryptocurrency summit. So 50% crowdfunding is right now using the coin instead of stock certs. Because we have some issue with stock certs registration, deposit. People can say, I cannot deposit my share. So, but coin is a little different.
Yes.
It's more freedom. So a lot of companies want to spend a lot of advertising budget into the portal side. So we see tremendous opportunity for this advertising education parts. Secondly, we think a lot of people want service. For example, they want education, they want to understand hand by hand how to trade this. So there's a lot of seminars, conference, pay subscription side business. I'm kind of very positive this revenue can be much more than regular stock education, stock trading education, and it's more volatility there. So like NFA, the CBOE, CME exchange, they just launched the Bitcoin future exchange. So I think there's a lot of opportunity because you are not alone can buy Bitcoin, but also can short sell the Bitcoin. Yeah, we see tremendous Chinese investor want to move their money from Bitcoin exchange to CBOE and CME related future business.
Once again, the company is ChineseInvestors.com Incorporated, CIIX. Warren, extraordinarily exciting. Thanks for joining us.
Nice to meet you, Don.
And joining us now direct from Phoenix are two executives with Single Point Incorporated, SING is their stock symbol. Of course, the CEO, Greg Lambrecht, and the president, Will Ralston. Gentlemen, welcome to the program.
Hey, thanks for having us, Don.
Now, how are things coming along with your cryptocurrency app, guys?
Hey, yeah, we're making great progress on the cryptocurrency application, and actually we'll be pushing the crypto wallet to Apple's test flight here within the next couple weeks. Very excited for that.
Well, it's been a busy 2018 so far for the company, as evidenced by your shareholder update released this week.
Yeah, there's no question. Today we put out kind of a shareholder update, letting all our shareholders know exactly where we are with some of our in-house projects and also with some of our acquisitions. And the stock is responding extremely well today, and we expect that to continue to be the case.
Well, Greg, we had a conversation off the air whereby you said Single Point is developing solutions for cannabis waste management. Now, that's a virtually untapped market.
Yeah, I can't tell you how excited we are to announce this. In fact, we are announcing it today on your show. And I'm going to let Will kind of get into the details, but we're extremely excited. We're going to be the first mover in this particular vertical in the cannabis space. So, Will, why don't you tell us a little bit about what we have planned?
Yeah, we're really excited about the cannabis waste diversion and recycling programs that we're looking at launching. We've hired a company by the name of Circonomy, who has two individuals on the team that have led a lot of projects. One headed up Phoenix Public Waste Division for the state or for the city here, and the other has actually built, scaled, and sold his business to one of the largest waste management companies in the business. So we're very excited for that. They're working on building us out a report as well as a solution, and we look forward to actually making some additional announcements next week at the Roth Show, which we'll be attending.
Yeah, and Don, and just another thing, for example, one of the ideas that we're going to implement is each dispensary would have a box. Maybe it would hold 30 vape pens. As the customers took their vape pens back, when that box got full, 30, then they would send it back to where we wanted it to go. So there's an example of some of the things we're going to do in the waste vertical.
Single Point Incorporated, SING. Very exciting, guys. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, and go sing.
Go sing.
And joining us in studio now is John Hollister. John's the CEO of Imaging 3 Incorporated, IGNG is their stock symbol. John, always a pleasure.
Don, thanks for having us again, please.
You got a couple of big pieces of news this week. The first one I think we want to talk about, I know that the shareholders voted in favor of a stock split. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so back in November, just before I joined the company, the shareholders were asked to support a stock split, a reverse split. And it was done for a very important reason, and I just wanted to walk through with your viewers why we do a split and what the impact is on the particular individuals. So I know that your viewers are looking at a graphic, and on the graphic it has a pre-split and a post-split about this potential reverse split. In the first column you see the share price, IGNG share price, which is around 0.008 right now, pre-split. Post-split, it would be 0.16 or 16 cents. The outstanding shares for the company are roughly 340 million shares. Pre-split. Post-split, that gets divided by 20 down to 17 million shares. But what doesn't change is the value of the company. So the value goes from 2.7 million, give or take, right now, to 2.7 million pre-post. If you're an individual investor, and I use the name John Doe as the IGNG shareholder, who has 340,000 shares pre-split, that becomes 17,000. So that number shrinks.
Right.
But the percentage ownership of the company is still 0.1%. Pre-split and post-split doesn't change. And in fact, importantly, the value, the dollar value of those shares of $2,720 pre-split and post-split doesn't change. But why it's important for the company and therefore the shareholders is twofold. As you may have seen, we announced today the addition of a CFO for the company, Joe Beal, who I'll speak about in a minute. We need to attract, as I spoke to the last time I was with you, attract other people to be able to make this company successful, to commercialize and to move forward. And in order to do so, we need shares to attract really good talent.
Okay.
That's one. Two, and so this is the near term and very important for everything for the company. On the second level, what's important is more future. If we choose to uplist, that is go to the NYSE or NASDAQ at some point in the future, we need to be trading at either $3 for the NYSE or $4 or more for NASDAQ. And in order to get to that place realistically, from a penny to say $4 is it's
a jump.
That's a kind of a Herculean, and maybe that will happen with time if we are just blow it out.
Sure.
But that's a relative unrealistic expectation for a plan. However, going from 16 or 20 cents roughly up to that same range, that is an achievable goal for us, we hope, if we're successful and do all things. So obviously we can't promise what we're doing it, but in order to have that as part of the plan, that's why we did the reverse.
We've got about 45 seconds left, but tell us about your new CFO.
So we're really excited. Joe Beal, I want to say a big honest thank you to Xavier Aguilera, who's been serving as our CFO. He's been with the company for 20 years, done an amazing job through a difficult time, but we really needed to bring on somebody with public company experience, especially one that, as Joe Beal has done, he's gone through a kind of a startup environment to very rapid growth. And so hopefully we're going to get to test him in that area. He's also been working with a bunch of smaller companies, so he knows both sides, where we are today and also the super acceleration that we hope to achieve.
Well, exciting news this week. Again, Imaging 3 Incorporated, IGNG. We'll see you again real soon, John. Sorry for the abbreviated interview, but boy, a lot of information packed into it.
All good. Thank you, Don. We're
going to talk about an absolute betrayal of citizens on the Money Wrap radio program. To find a radio station near you, go to moneywrap.com. Call us right now, toll free from anywhere in the world, 888-259-4449 for free information about our featured guests. When you do call, be sure and ask to be added to the subscription list of our Money TV newsletter. It is free, as is the call, 888-259-4449. Be sure and visit us at MoneyTV.net. Please like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. That's our show this week. As always, we'll be back next week. Thanks so much for joining us.